Con Hour, and we are here with Fern Brady from Inklings Publishing. And you have a ton of books here. Can you tell us about some of your authors and some of the books you have?
Sure, I'd love to. So, we publish fiction, and we publish a range of genres. So we have everything from legal thrillers, horror, romance, of the hot and steamy and the sweet kind as well, historic fiction, and we have kids books. So we have a whole line of young adult books as well as picture books for kids and our graphic novel. Plus, you know, if you prefer like short reads, we have a collection of anthologies. So you get a variety of authors on a variety of different topics, short stories, you know, that you can read quickly at the beach or wherever.
Very nice. And let's see if we can get some of these books over here so people can see them. And also, you just recently, probably a few months ago, had a nice review from Doctor Who.
Yes, we did. And that was for my book, United Vidden, which is a science fantasy novel. And Doctor Who Online, their official website, actually reviewed it, and they thought it was awesome. They compared it to like Dune, which like my little heart was beating because I'm a big fan of Dune. And yeah, so it was really cool. And you know what? It goes to show that the importance of a cover, because they liked the cover. They looked up what it was about. They were like, oh, this is kind of up our alley. And they read it, and that's how it got on there. So it's important to be on Twitter posting your cover, because you just don't know who might pick it up.
So they do judge books by its cover.
They sure do. They sure do. At least for like selection of it, you know, and then afterwards, of course, they judge it on content. But to catch their eye.
Now, where can people find you online?
So you can find us at inklingspublishing.com. You can find all our novels on Amazon as well. And yeah, and you can find me, like my writer profile, at fernbrady.com. So.
And what table number are you here at Comicpalooza?
We are 2635.
Okay, people, if you're coming to Comicpalooza, come to booth 2635 and get a great selection of booths. Or books. Not
Books.
booths.
Not boots. I ain't giving up my power boots. No,
come on now.
But we do have awesome reads, so do come out. And we're going to have many different authors here to sign. We have our romance author, Andrea Bailey, here. We have Rosa Garza, our illustrator, here. And we're going to have Pat Daly of Spark. And we're going to also have Mac Little here today. So you really want to come out and get some signed autographed copies, because these people are going to be famous, and these copies will be worth a lot more downstream because they're going to be autographed for you.
Definitely. And everybody, Comicpalooza in Houston. Till our next interview, adios. Hey everyone, Greg here with the Con Hour, and we are here with Jamie Coker Creations, and you have some wonderful art here, a lot of it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my interests are varied, and I try to draw things that I'm really into. So I dance around the whole pop culture spectrum.
So tell me, Comicpalooza is here in Houston.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of people from all over. Where are you from?
Oh, we live in Minnesota.
Whoa!
Probably as far north as you can get. Where we live is more north than some cities in Canada, believe it or not. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It gets pretty cold, but we survive.
Have you melted here yet?
No, not yet. Surprisingly, I expected by now that my face would be drooping or something, like something out of a sci-fi horror movie or something. But no, I'm pretty good.
That will be your next one. You saying this was me here in Houston. So, what got you inspired with the art?
Oh man, well, ever since I was a kid, I've always been really fascinated by because I was a product of the '80s, so I was big time into cartoons, toys. Even the commercials on the movies back then, they all were just like so cool and just fascinated me to no end. I mean, if you remember, even a McDonald's commercial made that place seem magical, you know?
Back in that time, yes, definitely.
And it's like, now it's just, I just wanted to kind of dip into all that and kind of bring that out, especially like with things like my villain series. I mean, that was inspired just from my love of those cartoon villains. I've expanded it a little bit to include other pop culture villains, but like, I mean, I knew from the beginning Skeletor was going to be number one.
Yes, definitely.
He is easily probably my favorite villain. Just the voice, just his mannerisms, the look. I mean, you can go super dark with the way the guy looks, or you can go a little lighter. And I mean, he's iconic.
Very, very true. Sorry, I was laughing at our video person there because she was like ready to trip over the cord. And I'm getting pulled away. But I have to say, where can people find you online? And do you do commissions?
Yeah, I definitely do commissions. I have a commission list.
We're moving.
You can find me on Facebook at Jamie Coker Creations LLC, but you can also find me on Instagram at lowercase Jamie dot lowercase Coker underscore artist. So Jamie.Coker underscore artist, and that's how you find me on Instagram.
And everybody, I mean, you're here in Houston. He is here. He can sign them for you right here. He's from Minnesota. This will be a big opportunity for you to get them signed. What booth number are you here at Comicpalooza?
3033.
So everybody, check out 3033, and we will catch you at our next interview. Until then, adios. It's Greg with the Con Hour. Take 2 of being jinxed from the first one.
I did not jinx him. Somebody else did.
But we are here. Last one, there was no sound. If there's no sound on this one, I'm doing this one tomorrow.
There better be sound. If there's not, tell us.
Yes, please. Anyway, we are here with Rose Garcia, USA Today's best-selling author, and wanted to let everybody know where you're here at Comicpalooza. And what booth number are you at?
3112, I think. Yes, 3112.
And can you tell us a little bit about your books?
Yeah, so I write young adult fantasy, and I've got 2 series out right now. I have the Final Life series, which is about a girl who's had multiple past lives. She is tracked and hunted in each life by a supernatural villain. And the series is the story of her final life and her quest for survival. I also have my Fae Bloodline series. I'm holding book 4. It just released 2 months ago. It's about a Fae princess who discovers a deadly palace secret that forces her to cross into the forbidden human realm.
Oh, so we're forbidden.
We are. We are very bad, evil humans. So, there, yeah.
I resemble that remark.
So do I.
But where can people find you online?
You can find me on my website at rosegarciabooks.com. All of my social media links are on there, as well as a page with all my books and all the explanation of what each of my books are about. And you can also shop online.
Very good. And again, she is here at Comicpalooza, booth 3112. See, I didn't have to look at that.
I know, you're so good. Thank you. He's the best right here. He is.
But we will talk to y'all at our next interview. I don't know if we're going to do another one today or if we're going to be here tomorrow. Well, we know we'll be here tomorrow. But until then, adios.
See ya.
Hey everyone, Greg here with the Con Hour, and we are here, of course. We can't have a show without Davy Jones, especially being at a Comic-Con. But Comicpalooza a little bit special because he is a badge winner. And tell us a little bit about this badge. What inspired you to put that into the...
I wanted to draw something that would make me some money. It's all about the money. No, I started drawing Pikachus, and this was like one of the first Pikachu mashups that I drew. So when it came time for the art entry, I'm like, this has been my most popular drawing that I ever did when I was doing prints and stuff. So I entered it in. That's the only thing I entered, and I won. So yay, so happy. And it's on all the celebrity badges. Ooh. Really cool. So
the celebrities are going to come by and get your autograph.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I told everybody backstage that, you know, if they want it signed, just walk them over my table and write down from the celebrities. So come see me. I'm in row 3100.
3106 to be precise on the
Yep.
table number.
I can't count, so I just go kind of average things out.
It's up there.
Oh, there
It's
you
up
go.
there. Of course, I did threaten to take his table yesterday. So,
I didn't see the post. I was too busy making art because I was so far behind.
but, you never know what's going to happen on live. So, but everyone, he is at table 3106. Definitely come by and see him. And you know he follows our page. You're going to find him everywhere that we probably post, and every Comic-Con that we go to, just about.
I'm everywhere.
When is your next convention?
Next convention will be Bell County Comic-Con in Belton, Texas.
And the dates?
The dates is August 6th and 7th, I believe.
Okay.
A couple of weeks away, but it's a big show. Come see me. I'll have a lot more art.
And everyone, we will see you at our next interview. Until then, adio.
Bye. Good job.
A lot of noise over here, but we are here with
Fusion Area Droid Builders.
Droid Builders with Star Wars, and I have to say, we have a great bunch of backgrounds here. There's an R2, and there's actually an R2 that's running around, or rolling around, not running. But tell us a little bit about what y'all do.
Well, basically we build droids. So we're just a bunch of amateurs who have an interest in building droids and get together, share information, share knowledge. So there's a lot of local groups all over the place, and this is the Houston chapter. Nothing official, just a loosely affiliated group of people who like to build droids. And take them to charity events and stuff like that.
That was going to be my next question. What about charity events?
Yeah, if you have a complete droid, then there'll be call-outs. They'll go to children's hospitals, the Thanksgiving Day parade, some of the baseball events. They'll take droids out to the Star Wars Day at the stadium. So items like that, yeah.
And what if people wanted to become a part of this? How would they do that?
There's a local Facebook group for the Houston area, but each type of droid generally has its own website and forum. So if you want to build like an R2 or General Astromech, there's astromech.net, which is a big global website with forums and tons of information and blueprints and details on how to build. There's a mouse builders group. There's the BB-8 forum. So there's a whole bunch of different forums for different types of droids. So
now, how long would you say it takes to build one of these droids?
that really depends a lot on how much free time you have, how much money you have, and what material you make out of. Because there's all different ways to make them, from all aluminum to wood to plastic to 3D printed. So it's your choice of material. I've been working on it for about 6 years, and I'm not done yet. I know people who've done them in a year, but they bought all the parts individually and put it together. So that was I have a lot of money to spend, and I'll do it quickly.
Not me anytime soon,
no.
but it is definitely a
But
neat
like the
project.
BB-8 over here is all 3D printed, except for the electronics. These are aluminum droids, so they're more expensive and heavier. So this body is 3D printed. So there's lots of options. It depends on what you're comfortable with and what your budget is.
Very true. And I know it's getting very loud here. There's got to be something going on behind us, but who knows what. But anyway, I wanted to let Amy know, one of my co-hosts, going to have a special interview for her coming up. But everyone, check these guys out on Facebook. Hey, build your own droid. Be creative. That's what these Comic-Cons are about, for you to learn to be creative, come up with ideas, enjoy the fandom, get away from real life and just enjoy yourself. But until our next interview, everyone, adios! Hello everyone, and this video is for Amy. As you can see to my left or right, depending on which way this video comes out, you'll know why. Something about kilts. But anyway, we are here with Devlin's Dark Impressions. Man, I can't even speak. And they are here at Comicpalooza, but they also work at the Renfest, and they are leather workers, and they have some great products. Can you tell us a little bit about the products?
Well, everything is handmade. We do sell Renaissance gear at TRF. The shop is called Castle Kazar Leatherworks. And then we have wallets and purses and belts and all sorts of stuff from Devlin's Dark Impressions. And we're also selling witchy herbal candles, all that kind of stuff over here. That's from the Witch's Kitchen.
And how long does it take for y'all to make some of this stuff?
Anywhere from, depending on simple stuff, a couple hours, to full suit of armor might take a couple weeks, maybe a month. So it just depends on how much work is involved. So.
And y'all are at what table number here at Comicpalooza?
We are at 2706. Come by and see us.
Definitely do that, guys. And let's get this full body picture here of the kilt. Let's get this kilt for Amy. Oh, he even trolled around. So what's the difference?
Don't be scared.
What's the difference between a kilt and a skirt?
Let's see. A skirt you would wear underwear on. A kilt you go full regimental. That means no underwear.
Okay. And everyone, come by and check them out at Comicpalooza. They are also at TRF, so y'all can see them 8 weeks out of the year there. And until our next interview, adios.
Sorry, you know how we are. That's the way it goes.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Geeky Gorgeous, who's doing cat calls.
In a very respectful way. Yes.
Yes, it's very.
Sorry. We have that habit.
You never know what's going to happen on live. But we're here with Geeky Gorgeous, as you know. We talked to them at Chaotic Freedom Celebration in Lake Jackson. And Amy, it's your friends again who are definitely doing cat calls, so you need to be down here with them.
You look fabulous, Amy.
And let's talk a little bit about your products here for everybody.
So what we have this, how we call it, the Geek Boutique. So it's fashion, but with a fandom twist. So we try to find things that we want to incorporate fashion, but still show off your fandom. We have some new products this time, so we're really excited to debut Danielle Nicole handbags, which is really exciting for us. Yes. We also have the ever amazing Loungefly products and some really cool, unique jewelry items too. So lots of cool stuff, including handmade things too.
And where can people find y'all online?
We're at geekygorgeous.com, and you can also find us on Instagram at IamGeekyGorgeous.
And what table are y'all at here?
2728.
So,
We think.
so
2700. You'll see.
We're across
for the big purple sign.
if you hear
our t-shirts. Sparkles.
if you hear cat calls in Comicpalooza, you're in the right aisle.
Appreciate the cosplay. We love the cosplay.
Oh, that's one of our favorite parts here. We can't do it, but we can live vicariously through everybody else.
That's right.
Very true, very true. And it was great seeing y'all again.
Great to see you.
And we look forward to doing another interview at another convention. Are y'all going to be at Conroe?
Yes.
Yes. There.
Yes.
What other conventions?
So the only two that we have booked right now are Conroe and then NerdCon. Then we'll see what else pops up between then and now. So.
Okay, everyone. Until our next interview, listen for the cat calls. Adios.
Have a sparkle day.
Hey everyone, Greg here with the Con Hour, and I'm with Sean Mackey and the Art of War, or the War of Art.
The Art and War.
The Art and War.
Yeah.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of these images here.
All right, so I have some of this art is mine. The other part belongs to a good friend of mine, Art of Mizuki, who's hiding behind there somewhere.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of fan art. So it's anything from like anime, American stuff, comic book stuff. So.
What got you started in all this?
So when I was small or a youngin, my mom taught me how to draw the Peanut guy, Planner's Peanut, and ever since then I fell in love with drawing, and went to Comicpalooza 2017
I checked out the Artist Alley, and I was like, man, I could have been doing this since I was like 15 years old. So the next year, I decided to get a booth with some friends, and yeah, here we are.
So what booth number are you here at Comicpalooza?
2307.
Okay, everybody. So if you want to come get some great art, come to 2307, and you'll see Sean Mackey here. And until our next interview, everyone, adios. Hey, everyone. Greg here with the Con Hour, and we are here with I'm a Ninja Artist. I didn't ask him his name like an idiot before the interview.
I'm a ninja. That's all they know me as.
Yes, yes. So what inspired you to do some art?
So actually, this is an original character of mine. I'm a ninja, and what inspired me was I was teaching martial arts to my students. I had two different studios. I was also teaching high school speech communications and drama. But when I was doing martial arts, two things inspired me. When I would do these crazy tricks, I would do a spin hook kick, or I would do 540s, whatever. These kids would be enamored and be like, "Hey, how'd you do that?" And like, instead of explaining 6 hours a day for 14 years, I would just say, "I'm a ninja." But then the kids asked me, "Well, what does it mean to be a ninja?" And I was like, "Oh, now I have to explain to these kids." So I tried to think of a unique way to explain to them, because they're 8 years old, 7 years old. I don't want them to get so enamored or so overwhelmed with how long it takes to do some of the tasks. So then I created a cartoon character to try and teach them what it really means to be a ninja. What it means is something that you should do every day, something that you can be consistent at, something you need to strive for every day to be more and more excellent at. Because I feel like there's ninjas in everywhere, right? There's podcasters that are ninjas because they're the best at what they do. There's firemen, there's police officers, there's teachers. And so I kind of wanted to take that concept of what it is to be a ninja. It's not because you're the biggest, strongest, tallest in the room, but when you look at ninjas throughout history, they're known at being excellent at their craft. And so I kind of wanted to take that concept, but put it behind, something fun and silly, and that was our cartoon character. So that concept is what I wanted to instill in kids with my posters, with my artwork, with the stories that I'm working on, is that you can be a ninja in whatever walk of life you're in.
Now, for the tough question, how long have you been doing this?
Yeah, so I came up with the idea about 9 years ago. I didn't draw. I didn't know how to do any websites. I didn't know anything about Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, any of that stuff. And so I said, well, how the heck am I going to do this? So then there's this awesome website called YouTube.
I know nothing about it. Not that we're there.
Just spent hours and hours destroying my concept, destroying it, because I knew this was a really good idea, but I didn't have the funding at the time, right? I didn't know who I could pay for to do what I was trying to think of. And so with a lot of time and patience, and I just instilled in myself the concept of I'm a ninja, it came together. And so I've been doing conventions except for the last 2 years, right? Been kind of stale. I don't know why.
It didn't stop me. I went to a couple during.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm all about it. Free market, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been doing it for about 3 years, and 3 years ago, or 3 years prior to the pandemic, I said, I think I have enough stuff ready to go. And so I've been doing the circuit, been hitting the thing, and people are loving it. People come by. I have repeat customers now. People see it. And so now I'm trying to transcend into doing books. I'm working on kids' books, comics, mangas, and choose your own adventure style stuff. So
maybe try a coloring book too.
I have a whole bunch of those already available for you, Greg, and for you guys. Come on down anytime you want. I have coloring books galore, so they're very easy to do.
Now, where can people find you online?
I'm a Ninja everywhere. On Instagram, I'm a Ninja. On Facebook, I'm a Ninja. On website, it's imaninjashop.com. And so just look for I'm a Ninja, and you'll find them. I'm the one ninja who doesn't want to hide it. So,
do you do commissions?
I don't really do commissions, but I actually will open up commissions once I finish my books. Okay. Then I'm going to do a whole line. It's called, I don't really want to, but it's okay. I have 2 different commissions that I'm going to do, but I want to do anybody because a lot of people don't get to make it to the conventions. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of people like cosplaying, so the commissions I'll do will be you as any superhero you want. So I'm going to do Super You. So Greg wants to be Aquaman. right? I'm gonna dress him up, give him the 6-pack. I know he has.
Fishy.
I know he has.
There.
Give him a try
There.
he can be Chubby Thor. I don't care, whatever you want to do. And so I'm going to be doing people in whatever super suit that they want to have on. So.
Which 6-pack are you talking about now?
Hey, one of each, right?
There we go. Everybody, we're what booth number? 3114?
I think so. And right on the 3100 aisle, right off the corner. There's a lot of great shops aside from just me. So I encourage all of you guys to come and check them all out. Some great authors out here. USA Today, bestseller. We have some other great artwork over there, but sometimes you got to hang out away from the corners and get on the aisles because that's where all the good stuff is at.
Definitely. And everyone, until our next interview, adios. This is Greg with the Con Hour, and we are here with Last Century Comics, and we have actually had them on our show about a month and a half ago.
Yeah, a couple months ago, yeah.
So they are here at Comicpalooza. You definitely want to come by and check these guys out. Can you tell us some of the stuff that you brought with you this?
Well, we have the Stalker comics over here. We've got some special editions. We've also got some blank comic books for kids if they want to spark their imagination.
Very cool.
We got some scripts to go along with the comics. So if you want to buy issue 1 of the Stalker and then get a script for issue 1 of G.I. Bro with a script, so you can kind of see how it works. We've also got some couple of new posters, and then we also have some things that we made up. These are the Stalker. He has operatives that work with him, and these are little bags. When you become an operative, you get little goodies to go with it. And then we have some monster fighting little grab boxes with mystery items inside. So
very, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, what's y'all's next convention coming up after this one?
Next convention, we're actually doing Conroe Comic Con and Eastern Rim in Baytown.
So you're going to be doing both because they're both the same weekend.
Yeah, we're doing both. We're splitting up. This will be the first time we're going to have 2 tables, 2 different events. So, yeah.
So which one are you going to be at?
I will be at Conroe with Heath, and then Patrick will be at the Eastern Rim.
Very cool.
Yeah, Patrick and his wife. She's coming along for the ride.
Now they were doing cat calls next to y'all earlier. Do y'all have any cat calls for any of these people out here?
Well, that's my wife over there has that table, so she can make whatever she wants. So, I have to behave over here, but usually if I want to rope customers in, I'm just like, hey, come over here.
So basically, they do the cat calls, but you have to behave because
I have
she's
to
here.
behave because she's watching me, so I can't be like, hey, check out our stuff over here.
Now, what table number are y'all at here at Comicpalooza?
We're at 2726.
Okay, everybody. Last Century Comics, 2726, Comicpalooza. They are open till 8 o'clock tonight at the George R. Brown, and they will be here tomorrow also. So come by and check them out, and we will talk to y'all on our next interview. Adios! At least I'm not getting cat calls right now. But I'm here with Terry Wise of Sculptured Skins. And ladies and gentlemen, this is some fabulous leatherwork right here.
Thank you.
and I mean, great detail on everything. And there's actually, is there a Predator here still? Or?
The Predator
okay.
is over here. The Predator is on the bottom and Alien's on the top. They're $400 a piece or $50 knocked off if you buy both.
Hey.
But they are solid leather art, and they are the most detailed pieces I think I've made in a very, very long time.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is actual leather, and it is detailed. And we have some great things here. What got you started in all this?
I don't think I can say that online.
Well, we won't go there.
But if you want to direct message me, I will tell the story of how I got into doing this, but it is for 18 and up only.
Our show doesn't give a crap.
There is a story behind it, yeah.
But you do like journals and books.
The journals and my mimics are actually my two biggest sellers, and I make all the other big crazy stuff to draw people into the booth to come buy one of these.
And you have a dragon mask, it looks like. And
yeah, the dragon, it's a full hood, and it's very comfortable to wear. It's all lined in black crushed velvet, actually.
Very nice. And what booth number are you here at Comicpalooza?
Comicpalooza booth number 2626.
And can people purchase your stuff online from you?
No, you cannot purchase online because everything I do is one of a kind, so there's no way for me to even keep up with that kind of a website.
That is quite understandable. So everybody, if you're going to want some of this leather, you're going to have to come to Comicpalooza, or what's your next convention after this one?
Next weekend, I'll be at Houston Horror Film Fest.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Houston Horror Film Fest next weekend. If you want to get sculptured skins from Terry Wise. Everyone, until our next interview, adios.